So, as you guys know, people on the left are always super dramatic. Like, they take things to the nth degree, over-exaggerate, or just blatantly lie about stuff. And we've called them out plenty of times on this channel right here. Well, I found this clip from this gentleman, and I want to give him a shout out. I want to say his name is Bobby Sauce on Twitter, or X, I should say. Bobby Sauce. So shout out to Bobby Sauce, because that's where the these clips came from. But these Democrat influencers, and I say influencers because I don't know who in the world they're influencing. Not me, and not enough people because they lost. Even though we know that some of them were allegedly being paid by the Democrat Party. Now, they try to get smart about it and move the money to a company and then have that company pay them. But, there's always a paper trail. But I want to show you guys a couple of these clips. I probably won't play them in full because it's quite long. But they're absolutely hilarious. Once again, with, these Democrat influencers over-exaggerating. And it's so easy to debunk these people. It's sometimes when I'm watching this stuff, it's so frustrating. Do y'all get frustrated too whenever you see these Democrat influencers like say the most ignorant things and you're like, bro, I can easily prove that. And they just say such ignorant things. So well, with that being said, let's dive in.
Let's check on the left.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't know if I'll be able to own a credit card without my husband's permission in 7 days.
That's insane. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act was passed over 50 years ago by the Republican Party. The sponsor was a Republican. It was signed into law by Gerald Ford, also a Republican.
Did I get...
what are you talking about, bro? I just don't know if I'll be able to own a credit card in a few days. I don't know if I'm going to be deported in a few days. Well, are you an illegal?
Too political? My bad. I just don't know if I want to get rid of overtime in 7 days.
That's hilarious, man. Trump proposed an income tax exemption for overtime work. So you keep more of your overtime pay. And nobody wants to get rid of overtime.
Oh, I've gotten too political? My bad. I just want to make sure I have access to birth control in 7 days.
He literally said, I have never and will never advocate imposing restrictions on birth control. So, you're good.
I got too political? My bad. I guess I don't know if I'm going to be a U.S. citizen in 7 days.
Well, if you came here legally, then you're good. So, unless you came illegally, then you're fine.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I'm just worried I won't be able to love who I love in 7 days.
Nobody cares who you love. No thing will change that has anything to do with who you love. Nobody's suggested that. Nobody's hinted at that. Nobody's proposed anything suggesting anything having to do with that whatsoever. So, love whoever you want.
Did I get political? My bad. I just don't want my mother to be denied her health care because she has a pre-existing condition.
When he was in office before, he literally signed an executive order specifically protecting people with pre-existing conditions. He's mentioned this numerous times on the campaign trail. September 2020, signed an executive order protecting people with pre-existing medical conditions.
Oh, I'm being too political? My bad. I'm just fighting for the future of my daughter.
Cool. So are we. Especially if she wants to play sports. Especially if she wants to change in the locker room at school without a man there. Or compete on an equal playing field. Like if she was going to play volleyball and didn't want to get it spiked in her face and get a concussion.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. It's just that I don't know if my family in Western North Carolina will be warned of the hurricane coming in 7 days when the National Weather Service is gone.
There's a multitude of privatized weather forecasting services that already exist, and they're often more accurate. The National Weather Service and associated departments have become increasingly politicized in recent years. So breaking it up or reducing its funding, for example, wouldn't mean that people just didn't get the weather anymore. Whatever, I don't even think Trump has really suggested this anyhow. But many of these agencies are politicized and recklessly squander money as it is. They should certainly be looked at.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I don't want them to start rounding up immigrants to deport in 7 days.
Literally 0 people are proposing that we round up immigrants. Most of us are immigrants. The one word that you're casually leaving out is illegal immigrant. So not an immigrant, but a person who is an immigrant who came here illegally, as in not through a port of entry or through legal means. Many of which, the first to be addressed, would be ones that committed violent crimes. So yeah, that's cool how you left out the one word that mattered there, but alright.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. The only reason I have a daughter is because of IVF.
Trump has explicitly stated that he supports IVF and even suggested that he would like it to be completely free. So, okay.
I got too political. I just don't really want JD Vance tracking my periods in 7 days.
I can assure you that literally 0 people on the entire earth want to know anything about your period.
I got too political. My bad. I don't want Trump to take over the Board of Education, put in his lackeys, his loyalists, and have y'all continue to think that Puerto Rico is not a part of America. Open the schools.
Nobody wants to put lackeys into the Board of Education. We'd like to eliminate that department entirely. The Federal Department of Education is basically useless and is a huge waste of money. Each state already has its own independent Board of Education and has done a great job well before there was ever a federal Department of Education, which is where money goes to get squandered. Nobody thinks that Puerto Rico is not part of America. And the reason that so many schools have been failing in Puerto Rico is not because of Trump. Declining population, financial mismanagement, natural disasters, poor infrastructure. There happens to be a lot of political corruption in Puerto Rico. Yet it still benefits tremendously by being part of the United States. Oh, did I get too political? Or are you guys just upset that your soggy garbage takes that are endorsed by every mainstream media outlet that have been destroying the country for years will not work for 4 years?
Shout out to that brother right there, man. There's more, which we might get into here in a second, but that's what I mean when I say it's so easy to debunk these people. It is insane. The fact that these words even came out of, oh, well, I'm sorry, I just don't want immigrants to be deported. The fuck are you talking about? If you're an illegal, which he pointed out that she left out the illegal part, yes, you're getting deported. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been here. You could have been here for 40 years. If you're here illegally, you're on the list to go. Start packing now. Get out. I don't care about your sob stories. Get out. Go. Bye. Bye. Hey, he's breaking up families. Leave with them then. Leave with them. Simple problem, simple solution. This ain't rocket science here. If you think that Trump is breaking up a family, then let the family go all together. Trump said that the family could leave together, or Tom Homan did. Hey, we ain't got to break up no families. You can all leave together. Come back legally. Legally. Okay? With the proper documentation. All right? Sayonara.
No way they made another one.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't know if child labor is going to be normalized in 5 days.
That's hilarious how you're referring to it as child labor. You're referencing the Teenagers Earning Everyday Skills Act, which would just expand the amount of hours that a teenager could choose to work between the ages of 14 and 16 while school's in session. There's plenty of child labor restrictions already still in place. This changes none of them. I started working when I was 13. I wanted to make money. This just expands that. It's hardly child labor.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't want RFK Jr., the guy who literally ate cats and dogs, to be the head of Health and Human Services in 5 days.
Another great contribution, madam. The image you're referencing was from Vanity Fair, and it was a goat. Though, discussing to you and me, cats and dogs are consumed in a variety of different countries around the world, and even though we don't agree with it, this has nothing to do with his ability to serve in Health and Human Services.
Did I get too political? My bad. I just want my children to have access to clean air, food, and water in 5 days.
Trump has repeatedly stated the importance of clean air and water, something that all of us want. There's nothing that they've said or done that would insinuate otherwise. His appointment of RFK Jr., who was literally an environmental lawyer that specifically focused on clean water, is pretty significant. And the things that RFK Jr. specifically has said about cleaner food would likely do more for cleaner food than any other bureaucrat has ever done.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I'm just worried that my right to vote will expire in 5 days.
There's 125 women in the U.S. House of Representatives and 25 senators. Pretty much every single dude on both sides of the aisle would need to unanimously agree, and even then, I don't even think it would work. Plus, this is preposterous because that's not a thing.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I want to still be able to demand better of my candidates in 5 days.
Bro, what does that even mean? How would you not be able to demand more of your what? Oh my god.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't know if my girlfriend will be able to access birth control so she can make her own decisions about her own body in 5 days.
Again, I have never and will never advocate imposing restrictions on birth control or other contraceptives. You're good, bro. Clap away.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's just so frustrating watching this stupid shit. Golly, I just don't know if child labor is going to be legal in 5 days. I just don't know if my girlfriend is going to have birth control in 5 days. I just don't know. Well, if you paid attention to what the hell Trump was saying, you would fucking know. You would know that, yes, if you're illegal, you're going to get deported. You would know that, yes, if you want birth control, you can have it. You would know that, yes, if you want IVF, you can have that too. As a matter of fact, Trump has said that he kind of wants to make it free. You would know that child labor is not going to become, this vast, big legal thing. Like, you would know this stuff. These folks are propagandists, man, and it's sickening. I'm tired of it. It's just, oh my goodness. But it's also the reason why they lost. So I can't be too mad about it, right? That stuff right there is the reason why they lost. When your lie is so easy to debunk, it takes almost zero effort to debunk it. Yeah, you're going to lose. When you walk around here, right, saying ignorant stuff like that, and you're easily debunked, in the mainstream media that always agrees with you is saying stuff like, well, Trump never denounced white supremacists. And anybody can easily pull up a compilation video of Trump saying it 1,000 times. No, I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis or the white supremacists, because they should be condemned totally. When anybody can pull up that clip, yeah, you lose a lot of credibility. A whole lot. So much so that Trump won every single swing state. And not only that, I mean, he swept them all. Every single one. But on top of that, he won the popular vote. He won the popular vote. So have fun. Have fun with this propaganda that nobody is buying anymore, because you will lose come the midterms and you will lose again in 28. And with that, I rest my case. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out.